The United States Department of Justice has launched an investigation into Republican Texas Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star. And if you're not familiar with the name Operation Lone Star, I know you'd be familiar with what Greg Abbott is doing at the southern border, which is what's called Operation Lone Star. You may not always hear the name, but I know that everybody knows that Greg Abbott, for the last year, has been making a big spectacle about the southern border down there in Texas. He's brought in members of law enforcement and National Guard. He's borrowed law enforcement from other states. I know my state, Florida, sent him down some. I think Kristi Noem sent some of her state's law enforcement down there. And he spent $3 billion to play make-believe that there is some invasion happening on our southern border. And we know it's a fantasy because every time they release their arrest records, most of the people that the Border Patrol has arrested aren't people that crossed the border. They've gotten people for trespassing, they've gotten them for drug offenses, they've gotten them for cockfighting, all kinds of things, but those are people that were just in the United States doing crimes. And because we had the excess law enforcement that literally had nothing to do, by their own admission, they decided to go out and solve a couple of other crimes. And like I said, by their own admission, these people have spoken to the media and said, there's no invasion. We're sitting around here all day kicking rocks. I'm losing my job back home because I've been deployed down here with nothing to do because there is no invasion on the southern border. It's a Republican talking point meant to drive people to the polls this coming November. I mean, 2 weeks ago, what was Fox News talking about? Another caravan coming up from Central America to the U.S. border. Where's it now? What happened to it? It never existed in the first place, folks. But put all of that aside at the moment, okay? Put all of it aside, because that's not even what the DOJ is looking into. The DOJ is actually looking into whether or not law enforcement officials, basically the state of Texas, is violating the Civil Rights Act for their treatment of the few people that they have caught coming across the border. Now, the Civil Rights Act, specifically, Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, doesn't allow for any kind of differential treatment for people in custody based on race, religion, country of origin, all of those things. But they have received reports that that is, in fact, what is happening in Texas. So in addition to Operation Lone Star being this big old spectacle, it's also likely causing violations of people's civil rights right here in the United States, which isn't surprising. The whole attack on the migrants coming across the border is rooted in racism here in the United States. So it makes sense that they would get in trouble, or at least investigated again, because it's all alleged to the point nobody's been prosecuted. But it makes sense that they would allegedly be violating the Civil Rights Act for what is, let's be honest, a big $3 billion exercise in Texas racism. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.